Meet Casey Neistat, an individual with over 5 million subscribers, and he's here to tell us who he's voting for.
I will be voting for Hillary Clinton. Yum.
$1 million deals, catch me swerving, burning $100 bills. How I feel when you ballin', going places they never go. It ain't all about the money, but
So first off in this video, I'd like to state that I have absolutely no problem with Casey's videos at all. I feel that every single one of them is an art piece. Except for his lack of safe framing. That's the one thing that gets me with his videos. He never safe frames anything. You wanna know what his videos look like on my TV?
Exploded in Seaside Heights, New Jersey, not too far from here, along the route of like a running race. Nobody was injured. Hillary Clinton.
But anyways, I digress. But full disclosure, I find most of his videos to be boring.
Wallpaper, pants. Wallpaper, pants.
I'm sorry everyone. That was one of the most out of context clips I've ever shown. The video is actually pretty good, you should watch it. But just because I find his videos to be slightly boring does not mean that they are bad videos. Clearly that's just my preference. He seems to be always a very nice guy, and also seems to give back to the community. And overall, I do like him and his videos. What I typically do is wait a few months and then binge watch a whole bunch of his videos. So sometimes I'm out of the loop on what he does. So, I don't know. That's not really the point of this video. Let's get right into this.
Hillary Clinton. I will be voting for Hillary Clinton.
That's great, man. Good for you. You have the ability to vote for whoever you want, and you're just waiving your right to do that and vote for Hillary.
I avoid talking politics on this channel, on this forum.
I never stopped you in the past, but I understand what you're talking about in this occasion.
Because politics are divisive. There's always two sides. Republicans and Democrats. There's left and there's right.
Well, very basically, there's left and right, but it's a lot more complicated than that. By high school, you should know that there's an authoritarian and libertarian, which is up and down. This is basic stuff, but you said you're not political, so that's okay. Neither am I, but I still know about it. When you say there's two sides, did you even think that there might be a third-party candidate out there?
I can have my opinion, and there will always be an opposing one. That is the nature of a healthy democracy, but this is not that.
Jesus, your jump cuts are hard to edit around. What do you mean this isn't a part of a democracy system? You already stated how people have differing opinions, and that's okay. Is there some sort of higher purpose? If I vote for Gary Johnson or Donald Trump, is the entire earth going to end? By the way, if you don't like Trump or Hillary, check out Gary Johnson, because you might like him.
This is about a megalomaniac who's driven by nothing but ego. A man who cares exactly zero about the people of this country. A person who brags about sexually assaulting women and shames others for the way they look.
Wow, those are some really good positive claims. Do you mind backing that up with evidence, or are you just going to do the Hillary Clinton propaganda thing and not do that? I mean, he's passing that off as truth, so he should be able to back it up with evidence. And there possibly is evidence out there. I would like to see that, but he's not going to deliver on that. Oh, and the article that you have listed in your description is an opinion piece. I go by facts, not opinions. Sorry. I'm gonna do a scenario too. Donald Trump dresses up in women's clothing. No, I'm not gonna provide any evidence. You're just gonna have to trust me. Now you can see why if you do not provide evidence, I'm going to throw your claims out the window because I don't believe them. That being said, I have seen sexist stuff that Donald Trump has done.
She's totally changed her look.
Jeez, your girl's hot as shit. In the purple.
Whoa!
Yes!
Whoa! And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab him by the pussy. You can do anything.
There are ways to get a man who's smart and hot and rich. I just have a simple plan to make the guy my bitch. You want a man, so can a man. Just grab him by the balls in any way you can, then you'll be.
Don't be shy.
As soon as a beautiful woman shows up, he takes
Get over
off
here,
on
Billy.
his always happy.
I'm sorry, come here.
Let the little guy in there. Come
Yeah,
on.
let the little guy in. How you feel now, better? I should actually.
It's hard to walk next to a guy like
Here, wait,
this.
hold on.
But funny enough, when Donald Trump says something like this,
And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
it's not like he's lying about it.
They may have missed him at the airport last night, but hundreds of One Direction fans finally got a glimpse of the teen heartthrobs this afternoon. Hordes of fans had camped out outside the Auckland hotel since their arrival yesterday.
That being said, I in no way endorse what Donald Trump has done. As for him not caring about anyone in the country, that is a huge citation needed because he obviously cares about his family and himself, who lives in the country. He is also not the one who called a quarter of America deplorable people.
You could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables.
In your last one, shames others for the way they look. Citation needed, but the only person I know that he does that to is Rosie O'Donnell. So good job. Just like the Clinton propaganda, you have fallen victim to his meme as well. So next time you try to make a point like this, provide me with evidence. I will look over the evidence, and then I will decide if I believe the evidence or not.
I'm speaking up now because this election has very little to do with politics, policy, or legislation. This has to do with morals and principles.
Oh no, I hear you, buddy. I hear you loud and clear. It's also about conspiring to produce an unaware and compliant citizenry. I'm
voting for Hillary because, make no mistake, there is only one person that can defeat him. One person that can keep him away from power, and it is her.
Or just about anybody else that works in the government. Are you just completely clueless about these things? I know some people don't know what checks and balances is, but my goodness. Let me just go to Ben's Guide Learning Adventure. Checks and balances. This means that anybody can make rules, but everybody else can veto those rules. Veto means they vote for those rules not to happen. This is what keeps the president from being a dictator. Are you kidding me? But not even you know this, that they can kick the president out of his seat and have him removed from office. The president doesn't actually have that much power. I know you said you don't get political, but why are you even voting if you don't even know how the government works?
I'm not a huge fan of her stale politics. I'm entirely aware of all the criticism against her. I'm aware of all of her failures and shortcomings. But she's intelligent, and she knows what she's doing. More importantly, she's mentally sound, she's responsible, and she's sane.
Pretty sure that mentally sound and sane means the same thing. And once again, are you even going to provide any evidence to support your statements? You won a frickin' award for best editing, why can't you edit in evidence to support your statements? And for me to believe that you know of all of her shortcomings, when you don't even know what checks and balances are, it's kinda hard for me to believe that. And here's the thing, I don't care what her qualifications are. I don't care how good she is at her job. I don't care if she has 30 years of experience. I could have 30 years worth of vlogging experience, but am I ever going to be a good vlogger? Probably not. Oh man, we should hire this guy. He's been in politics for 12 years, and he led his entire country for a total of 11 years. He wasn't too bad. He completely restored the economy and everything. He led to some scientific advancements, and he built roads. And all he wanted to do was be an artist. Who was this great politician, you might ask? Only this guy. I would much rather have somebody who's less informed, who can learn, than the best politician in the world, who is evil.
I want to end this by calling out all the big YouTubers. Some I know and some you viewers might know. See, making videos like this, they're not popular, they're not going to get you subscribers, they're not going to boost your view counts. But there is something much more valuable than subscribers or dollars, and that's backbone. That is not being scared to stand up for what is right, regardless of the cost.
Oh my goodness, the price of saving innocent, non-compliant people from getting drone striked and stopping a money laundering scheme. Oh, the costs.
The top 20 YouTubers reach over 1 billion views every single week, every 7 days.
Yeah, and of those 20 YouTubers, only 8 of them are from the United States. And from those 8, there's only 3 that are not businesses. People that are not from the United States is not going to push a political view. And the only reason why businesses would care and push a political view is something that we will get to here in a few minutes.
We have the power to activate a demographic, an electorate that isn't typically very active. That is young people.
Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Blindly reciting what Hillary Clinton has been trying to push this entire election. Trying to get young people to vote when young people don't care about her. You could have made everything so much easier if you would have just played this.
I don't know who created
Pokemon Go.
He be rolling down the
But I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have
Pokemon go to the polls.
You see, this generation, if we're all banded together, we have the power to ensure that this tax-avoiding, lying, racist, misogynist stays away from power and out of the White House.
There we go. You just said why all the companies would want to push a political view. That little part about avoiding taxes. Donald Trump states that he wants to solve that problem so nobody can avoid paying taxes again. That not only includes himself, but every business out there, including Google, which is pushing a pro-Clinton narrative. Now let's talk about this little tax thing for a while. Did you know that Hillary Clinton actually released her tax returns? Even though she cheated herself out of paying taxes as well. And Hillary doesn't want to change the tax rules because then she will have to pay taxes properly, her foundation will have to pay taxes properly, and everybody on Wall Street will have to pay taxes properly as well. So all of her supporters benefits from the same exact tax loophole that Donald Trump benefits from. The only difference is Donald Trump admits that he benefits from it. Ironically, it's the same tax loophole that you could benefit from with your social media business. And you also know that the potential investors in your business use the same tax loophole.
So if your favorite YouTuber says things like, I don't like to talk politics on my channel, or I'm not going to reveal who I'm voting for, call them out.
No, they have the right to be anonymous when it comes to who they are voting for. Not to mention what I said before, there's a lot of people that aren't from America, so why on earth would they be voting? And lastly, breaking YouTube's terms of service. Hey, 5.4 million subscribers. Call out everybody who's not saying who they're voting for. Also, if they're not voting for Hillary, well, it's open season on them. You are clearly telling people to incite harassment to other users and creators. Oh yeah, just call him out. Oh yeah, he's a Trump supporter, leave dislikes. Harass them until they vote for Hillary Clinton. I can't control what my subscribers do.
Sitting on the sidelines this time around is not okay. This election is different.
No, it's not. Every 4 years, this election is different. It's not different. It's all the same. The only difference this time around is evidently Pepe the Frog is a symbol of white supremacy.
I'll see you tomorrow for a fun, happy video. Thank you for your understanding, and thanks for the time.
And basically just like that, the video's over. So I'm gonna break apart that ending. He says, thanks for your understanding and thanks for the time. Now the problem is people really didn't like his video too much because he was telling everybody who to vote for, essentially. So people tried to leave comments stating, hey, I don't agree with what you're saying here, I think it might be wrong. And this could either be Casey himself or YouTube, but they have been deleting comments, so comments that goes against his views get deleted. And I'm not just talking about 1 or 2 comments here or there, I'm talking about mass comment deletion.
Censorship. What is wrong with this world? Being deleted for having a different opinion. Either Casey Neistat, people he hires, or YouTube reacting on reports are deleting your comments.
Now for the other part of his ending that says, this video was not sponsored by Hillary Clinton or any political entity. But you do need to vote for her, and make sure everyone knows the consequences if you don't vote for Hillary. I'll just lay out the consequences part. Yeah, you didn't provide any evidence of what will happen if Hillary is not elected president, so I'm just going to throw that out the window. And I'll restate what I said earlier. I go by facts, not opinions. So I'm going to disclude the only article you had in your description that was an opinion piece. Now, do I actually believe that Hillary Clinton paid you to make the video? No, I don't think that's likely. Do I believe that Hillary Clinton gave you a major donation? No, I don't think that either. You only said that it is not sponsored. What I do think is that you're biased towards Hillary Clinton because you've worked with her in the past.
That's Hillary Clinton putting on her wireless mic. You can look at me,
okay,
but you should feel comfortable and look at Van as well.
Okay, great.
Let me check the shot of this. That's me, Casey Neistat. Neistat. The movie you see us shooting here is for an art benefit. Thank you so much.
I also, I think, want to thank Casey and Van Neistat.
What?
Casey and Van Neistat.
It's pronounced Neistat.
Blinded you, and when you found the opportunity to work with her again, you went ahead and did it. But to be completely transparent, I cannot prove this. I do have evidence that you were stated in an Ad Weekly article about endorsing their campaign, but that can still be dismissed very easily. It seems more along the lines of that being a coincidence than actually having a meaning. In conclusion, I know that I've been pretty harsh on Hillary Clinton, but that's because it's the main focus of Casey's talking points. Anyways, who am I voting for? I don't know, John McAfee, Gary Johnson, Winter the frickin' Dolphin. It doesn't matter, I can put anything on that slip. I can write my own name. I don't like both Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. They are both the worst people to be running for president, in my opinion. But if you vote for them, I have absolutely no problem with that. And I respect you all the same. Because no matter what happens, democracy will win. And I'm not going to hold you back from voting for anybody. You can vote for anyone you want. I am not going to tell you who to vote for, because that is not my decision. As I said earlier, I can provide you evidence, but it's up to you to take the evidence that I provide and choose to believe it or dismiss it on your own. Because if we are not skeptical of what we hear, we are an unaware and compliant citizenry. As for you, Casey Neistat, just stick with making establishing shots. Trust me, they don't get boring after the 4th time.
Puzzled and he puzzled till his puzzler was o'er. Then the Grump thought of something he hadn't before. Just because he hates something doesn't mean others should. he could share, not force, his opinion like others would. For it's all our different outlooks that makes us people grow, and everyone is different, like every flake of snow. For different points of view could exist for a reason, to learn about one another, and to make each other decent.
Nah, I'm right there wrong.
I know during the video you saw a lot of these repeating characters. I'm working on more, but this is all I had ready for this video. And yes, I have a huge backlog of videos that I'm working on. And the whole video aside, Donald Trump's an awful person, Hillary Clinton's an awful person, I'm probably not even gonna vote. Why did I even make this video? It's gonna be flooded with dislikes.